Good afternoon, Logan, and congratulations on the win.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to talk with you. Okay, let's start with Xavier McKinney because on the defense, I mean, he came up with a huge day. What did it look like from your vantage point?
It looked like he played well beyond his years. He's a great. I think he's a star, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. He works hard. He obviously had a nice light week of practice last week. Legs were fresh out there.
Yeah.
Yes, the Ferris Bueller's treatment. Is that what Coach called it?
Yeah, man. Maybe not practicing is the way to go. But no, he just does it. I mean, at safety, you got to I kind of compare it to an outfielder, man. You got to do your job when the ball comes your way, make him pay. And I think his range is really good. And he made obviously two major plays and keyed for us winning the game and tackled really well. And I think, as a tandem, it was the best game we played together of using one another and holding our disguise and making it tough on Derek Carr, tackling people in open field, and ultimately getting the ball. And that's what he did a great job of. And he was after the star player that day. And he played within himself. He didn't go outside the scheme to do it. He utilized his plays to go make his plays. And he's a playmaker in our defense, and we need him to be because the defense is built for him to be one.
Logan, what has changed here last 3 weeks for this defense where, as a group, you guys have clearly, turned a corner?
We just kept working, man. Honestly, like I said, it's going to be roller coasters in life. We just kept steady. We talked on the show about that. You guys didn't always want to hear it, but, we just kept on working through it and came with the same. I told you one thing that hasn't changed this year was the work ethic and the togetherness and the belief in one another. And I understand people are frustrated, and that's fine. But it's coming together. It's coming together at when it does come together at the right time. And I think, this locker room really bonded together through those tough times. And look, it's not an easy road ahead, but I think that we started to see the results pay off. We put a mindset to put a team on our back, and we haven't been afraid of these really good quarterbacks we've been playing and challenged them. And you do that hard enough, you do that long enough, you play hard, you challenge those guys, you don't back down, you play relentless, play with great effort, and it makes the fan base proud, and the results are better.
Logan Ryan is our guest. You mentioned about good quarterbacks, and we didn't talk to you after the Chiefs game, but just sort of curious, right? Because especially with that team, that quarterback, and they just don't look the same. I mean, something is off with the Chiefs offense that has been really difficult, I think, for people to put their finger on. You just played them. You know football better than anybody. I mean, you held them to 20 points. What is the difference between the Chiefs offense you faced on Monday night and what we've seen over the last 3 years with Mahomes and company?
I think, I give credit to some of these defenses. I think Tennessee whipped their butts up front, and you saw Buffalo and Tennessee play them a certain way and play them well and play them in a too-high safety look, which we do as well. We have me and Zay back there, and we're versatile safeties, are able to do multiple things. And I just think, they're not taking care of the ball. The turnovers make a huge difference in wins and losses. And we actually, created more turnovers than they did and lost the game, which is rare. But I think, honestly, stay on top of those guys, being able to tackle them. They're really shifty guys. And getting the ball off Kelsey, I think we put Bradbury on them, frustrated them. Not everybody has corners like Bradbury that can match up with some of these top tight ends in key situations and have versatile pieces. So I just think, we matched up well with them because we have some versatile guys in the back end that can match up with some of what they have. And we brought Adoree Jackson here for a reason. You saw the deep balls they threw up, and he was on top of everybody. You can't really outrun him. So I just think we matched up well. We matched up well with the Chiefs, and we found a good formula to play them. And, we took the ball off them. That's what people are doing. And I don't know. I think Mahomes is still really good. I don't want to discredit them. I just think we played a good game.
Yeah, you guys did. And their offense is not clearly what it once was. Logan, I want to ask you about Sunday. This defense, what you guys were able to do, not only third down conversions, you were very, very good. Raiders were not in preventing those third down conversions. Also, you guys were exquisite with your red zone defense, preventing them from finishing off drives. Talk about those two aspects.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key to the good defensive football. I mean, we can sit here and we can sit here all the time and look at the score, but what adds up a high score is really points in the red area. They had 6 trips. I mean, they drove the ball on us at times. They went 1 for 6 in the red area. And I told you guys before, when you give up touchdowns in the red area, the score can get out of control. But you home the field goals, rarely do you lose giving up field goals. So, they're kicking field goals 4 or 5 out of those 6 trips, missing field goals. And third down comes to pass rush, and it comes to the secondary play. And we have a smart secondary. We have a great secondary. That's why I think we have the guys we have. And everyone has to do their job. Everyone has to hold up their coverage. Everyone has to do their job. And then the pass rush has been doing a great job getting after him, leading with Leonard and Roche. He wanted to make sure that you guys start saying his name right. Don't call him Roach.
No, we call him Roche. We know this guy.
Yeah, and those guys making big plays, man. So I give credit to the coaches. I give credit to our pass rush, and they're making it easy back there for us in the secondary.
Yeah, is he one of those guys that gets really upset when someone mispronounces their name?
No, he didn't say anything about it. And then he mentioned today, I think, when some guys were calling him Roach or whatever, he said, "Hey, man, my name's Roche." And I think you got to call people by their name. I think got to do the job of learn someone's name and call them the right name. So I joke on a lot of guys. I'm going to call him Roche, so we'll call him Roche.
It's only fair. We should learn how to pronounce his name if he's going to be putting out performances like that. And even if he's not, it's just the right thing to do. Logan Ryan is our guest. I want to ask you about this, Logan. It dinged you guys against the Chiefs, and we saw it last night in the Monday night game. I don't know if you watched any of the Bears and the Steelers, but the new emphasis on the taunting penalties, and especially it's hit offensive guys. As I said, Eli Penny had a bad one when you guys played the Chiefs, but last night on the defensive side, you guys play with so much emotion, and then to have the emphasis on the taunting. Our defense is are you constantly reminding the rest of the guys on the defense, hey, don't say anything? Is this something that's sort of in your faces all the time because you've seen how costly it can be?
Yeah, it's really costly. I think it's something that's going to be revisited after the season. I don't think fans like it. I don't think players like it. I don't even know if coaches like it. It's an emotional game, man. You really give your all in football. It's the best sport in the world because it's not 80 games. It's not 160 games where the guys don't care 30 of the games of the year or whatever. Guys are really out there. College football we love because every game matters, and you only have one shot. It's not a best of 3. So to us, you have to go sell it all. You have to give your heart and soul. And I don't know how many guys, want to just taunt or want to just belittle someone else. I just think it's emotion, and it's a hard thing to control to take a guy to play with your heart and soul. I need more than, I need your best. I need your most. But at the same time, when you make a great play, our biggest thing is celebrate with your teammates, and you should be okay. Just turn. Like I said, Zay's pick 6 was a great job by Pat Graham on that call. It was the first time we ran that defense all game. Derek Carr hasn't seen it, didn't practice against it. We end up changing the call midway through the play. Pat changed the call. We got it communicated. Our front did a great job. Darnay blitzed, pressured the running back right in Derek Carr's face. Derek Carr threw an out route late to the field, and Zay came down and took it. So that's a total team play, starting with the coach to putting it in, to executing it midway through the cadence, to Darnay blitzing. And, you saw Zay score a touchdown, and instead of pointing to the back of his jersey, he goes and celebrates with his team. And when you really remind yourself and humble yourself that, man, every play I make, Leonard probably had a great part of that, or Pat had a great part of that, or James Bradbury's probably out there on an island that helped me make that play. And you thank those guys, you give credit to the team, because it really is. Defensively, you can't really be a selfish individual, man, because it's too much of a sacrificial side of the ball. And doesn't matter who makes it, because most of the time it takes all 11 for something good to happen.
Logan, you've mentioned Maggie and I in a number of interviews that you've done the up and down nature of a season. Going into the bye, team is 3-6, but you won 2 of the last 3, have looked a lot better. You got 8 games to go here. Playoffs, if you take care of business, maybe you put yourself into contention for the postseason. How's that room? How's that room right now? When the players, you guys feel a lot better. Obviously, haven't taken 2 of the last 3.
For sure. You build. We were mad about the Chiefs game. We played them well, and we expected to. We didn't win the game. We had an opportunity in the fourth quarter to win the game, and we didn't win the game. And you just build off your last performances in this league. That's football, man. It's kind of, you got to prove it every year contractually. Not much is guaranteed. You got to prove it every game, and you just build. Our last performance was pretty good, stuff to build on, and you just kind of build off of that. We're doing this well, we're doing that well, but we're going to have to be good to beat Tom Brady and the Bucs. We're just going to have to. To me, I told you guys this last year. He's the ultimate test I think Mahomes is a great test. I think Derek Carr was playing better than Mahomes until he played us. And I think that Tom Brady, to me, is the ultimate test of being mentally engaged all game, executing at a high level, and being on alert because he just challenges you. Like I said, it's like playing the game of Madden versus all Madden quarterback who's a 99 overall. He just knows what you're in all the time. So it's a great test. It's a great chess match. So we're going to need that. But we got a lot of confidence because we're just building off our last performance, and we're kind of staying in the middle and just working off it. And, if you told me halfway, am I happy where we're at? No. But I'm happy with how we're playing right now, and I'm ready for the challenge. I hope the fans are ready for the challenge coming back. Get some of our guys back offensively from injuries. Get some of our playmakers back and see what it's like when the offense is healthy and the defense is playing well. And I think that's how the team was built, and that's what we're looking forward to do and put it out there for the last stretch and make it a fun run.
Logan, what's Brady, the teammate, like?
Man, he's great. I wish I had some trash to talk right now. He's a great teammate. He's a great guy. Everyone's a fan of him. He works hard. He doesn't come in. He doesn't talk about his awards. He doesn't talk about anything. He goes and proves it. He usually leads. He leads practice. He dictates the tempo. He's a perfectionist out there, and he has great confidence that they're going to execute every game because of what he demands and how he plays. It's like playing with Michael Jordan. I think he's a nicer Michael Jordan, honestly. He's just dominant. And, he's not punch you in the face, but, one time I picked him off in practice and he broke his helmet on the sideline. He was so upset at the receiver falling down and himself. So it's that competitive with him in practice. So great teammate, great guy. He introduced himself to me when I was drafted as a rookie, and I was just like, trying to get enough courage to introduce myself to him. And he said, hey, I know we drafted you in the third round. My name's Tom Brady. I'm the quarterback. If you need anything, let me know. And I just thought that was always cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, when I'm a leader one day, I'm not going to haze these rookies. I'm not going to be all hard. I'm going to be open. I'm going to let them know that we need them. And it made it feel like everybody on the team was important the way he treated everybody. So I definitely learned a lot from him young in my career.
But have you brought up, since his last pass as a New England Patriot was a pick six to you?
Yeah.
Have you brought that up to him since it happened?
Oh, a ton, for sure. He hit me up on Instagram after that game, and that was his last game, and he just still said, great play, you deserve it type stuff. So he's a great dude, and we talked about, that ball going up for charity, and I've told this story. I don't really do a lot with, stuff. I'm not like a memoir. You don't walk in my house and see a Logan Ryan shrine. You see more of my daughter's kindergarten artwork and my son's drawings and scribbles on the fridge and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had the ball laying around, honestly. And I had, my kids kicking it around. They don't care that I play football
Logan.
at all. And I started seeing his cards, auction for like $1 million. And I'm like, told my wife, we got to pick that ball up and
dust
put
it
it on
off.
the shelf. Right. And did that. And then we had spoke a couple times about, coming together, donating that ball for our charities, putting it up for auction and have it go for charity or something like that, because it could raise a lot of money. It can help out people, help out animals, whatever we decide.
Sure.
But it's worth something because, this is a guy that is a once-in-a-lifetimer, and stories like that and that ball is worth a lot of money, obviously. So it's in a good spot, and hopefully we can get our parties together to get it going for a good cause. If these other people are getting $1 million for a dang rookie card, I think that's
Absolutely.
Speaking of, the Moose and Maggie box break happens at 2:10 today on WFAN social channels. But yeah, at least you didn't throw it into the stands, like Mike Evans did with his
Yeah. Yeah, no, I held on to that one. Trust me, I didn't leave my hands. I went right to my locker after, and it was a good celebration, man. That was a big game for me. Obviously, being a Patriot, going back to New England playoffs. So that's part of the journey, man. It's part of the journey. There's different chapters in my career, and I really like where I'm at now. I love the team. I love the area. I love the fan base and the community, and this kind of feels like a great third chapter for me. And I'm in, it's great timing, and I love to lead these guys and learn from guys like that I learned who were leaders on my team when I was young, and pass it back to Xavier, McKinney, and these guys one day.
Yeah, I can understand. Logan, the bye week, last one for me would be this. Bye week come at the right time for this group?
Yeah, 100%. Look, it was we're midway through the year here. And obviously, easy to reflect and kind of say, all right, we're midway. What can we do better? We had a short week, coming from Kansas City, tough loss, flight, the COVID stuff. It was just a crazy, chaotic week. So it was great resiliency from the team. We got to get healthy. Obviously, we had a lot of injuries the first half of the year. So get everyone back. And it's a good time, just like I said, to get healthy, work on some of the little things, and really come back, re-energize, play in front of a packed stadium, and really be a collective effort and be a tough out and a tough team to play going into when the ball starts to get, the weather starts to get colder. You have Saquon Booker running the ball. It's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Logan, we appreciate it. Enjoy the bye week, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. All right.
All right, guys. Appreciate you. Take care.
Thanks,
Logan Ryan.